it's recording.
Okay. All right. Hello. We're on our way back from Pinetop, Arizona.
Yep.
And we spent 2 days there. This was our first official father-son trip.
We went to the Petrified forest yesterday.
That's right. Which is about an hour, a little over an hour from Pinetop.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what is our goal for this podcast? Anyway, so we're driving back to Tucson, but I think this is what my goal is for this podcast, is just to take some trips, some short trips together as father and son, and also record the things we've seen and experienced so that we can have a record of it. And be able to share it with people who might be interested to hear, what some of the places are like that we've gone to. Hopefully it'll be at least somewhat entertaining, maybe.
Yeah.
Because I think we're two creative people. Anyway, what do you think your goal might be for this podcast?
I'm not sure. I guess like sharing things about trips that we go on so that I don't forget certain things.
Yeah, alright. That sounds good. The nice thing also about this is we can just record our voices at any time and stop recording whenever we feel like stopping, and then edit it all together later. That's the nice thing about the power of editing.
Yeah.
So if we go, I don't know what to say, for like 5 to 10 seconds or more, then we just edit that out.
Mm-hmm.
So, alright. And we have to talk loudly though. Look at this, it was all burned land, so all the trees are all burned.
Oh, yeah.
So we're driving through White Mountain Apache land right now, south of Cholo, on our way to Globe, Arizona.
Yep.
And maybe we'll stop and eat lunch. I don't know. We'll see. If they have a Subway there.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else? Okay, so what did you find interesting about our trip, Sebastian? Or noteworthy?
I liked the place we stayed at. It was a really nice place.
Yeah, it was.
And I found it interesting going to the national park because the petrified wood, I expected there to be more like complete petrified wood, like sections, but it was mainly like a bunch of like large pieces of petrified wood on the ground. But what was really interesting was it looked almost like geodes on the insides of some of them.
Yeah.
And as we got further into the park, we did find another area where there were a lot more larger and more complete pieces of petrified wood.
Yeah, there's some really big, almost full-length trunks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of neat. I just was struck by how old it is. I mean, they say Triassic period. I'm not exactly an expert, certainly, on ancient history, early history of the dinosaurs or any of that, but so I was interested to hear that all those petrified logs or chunks of what was wood, of course it's not wood anymore, it's now crystallized stone material, basically, right? Crystals. I'm still not entirely sure how crystals are formed, but I know that has to do with time and heat and all that kind of stuff, but and water maybe is involved in the fossils, but those fossilized pieces still look like a tree. That's what's amazing to me. They still look like a tree. The colors are a little different, but it looks just like a tree fell. You would never know. It's this, of course, rock material that's in the shape of a tree trunk, but it's also older than the dinosaurs. Those pieces of petrified rock or wood.
Yeah.
So that was amazing to me that it's actually older than dinosaurs, or the earliest forms of dinosaur. Like these crazy lizard-like creatures that were really big, kind of scary looking.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm talking a lot. What did you think?
Yeah, I thought it was really interesting. Especially the exhibit they have there, where they have several skeletons and fossils from dinosaurs. And, yeah, especially one very large, basically complete skull from, one of the ancient large lizard-like creatures that was alive back then when the forest was still made of trees.
Yeah, it was a big crocodile-looking thing.
Yeah.
Giant teeth. I forget what they called it.
Yeah.
It's some sciencey name. Well, now we're going down into the Salt River Canyon. There's some people on the edge of the overlook that kind of, like, I don't know if I'd stand on the edge like that, but
Yeah.
whatever. It's quite beautiful. This is a beautiful canyon, the Salt River Canyon.
Yeah. And another thing that I found interesting about the Petrified Forest was, if you look all around at the landscape, there's, a lot of plateaus that form sort of a valley, but it's also a lot of flat land. But what I found really interesting is the top of the plateaus are so flat, it's like somebody, took a giant knife and cut a mountain, cut the top off of a mountain, in a really clean line.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah.
It's interesting how that's just all caused by, I don't know what, weather and wind.
Yeah, layers building up over time.
Yeah. Yeah, that was and the different colors. Of course, that's partly, that area is called the Painted Desert.
Yeah.
For a reason, because there's all these different layers of sediment that have different colors, kind of like in the Grand Canyon. We noticed that too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Back when you were 12, I think, is when we went.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about the food? Where we ate in Pinetop.
Oh yeah, the food was good. We went to this brewery place.
Pinetop. Is it just called Pinetop Brewery? I think. Right?
Yeah, and that had really good food.
Yeah.
We got chicken wings and fish tacos there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was delicious. And I had just a little bit of beer and an 8-ounce sample of one of their beers. That was really good.
Yeah. Yeah, it seemed like you liked it.
Yeah. And we had to wait a little bit, though, which was...
Yeah, we had to wait about 10 minutes because it was pretty full of people, because it's not a very large place.
No, but a nice place. All wood everywhere. It's all, kind of typical Pinetop kind of building.
Yeah, and then the chicken wings we had they had a lemon pepper dry rub. And then the fish tacos had a mango jalapeno salsa on them. It was also very good.
That was really good. And it had the kind of a creamy sauce too. That was really good. Perfect for all the other flavors. It kind of brought it all together.
Yeah.
Little fruitiness.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. Surprised how good it was, really.
Mm-hmm.
But then the second night we tried to get back in there again, but earlier, fortunately, it was packed with people.
Yeah.
The first night we went, it was later. It was after 7, so we were able to eventually get in after about 10 minutes. But the second night we went earlier, thinking we'd actually be able to get a seat easier, but no, it was packed. People were standing around waiting, and we were like, no, they don't really have a big waiting area. We had to wait outside the first night.
Yeah.
Cold.
Yeah, and then we also tried 2 other restaurants, and I guess it turns out the people at Pinetop like to go out and eat earlier in the night, in the evening. So in the end, we ended up just going to Safeway and getting food to make dinner there. It's turned out to work out well.
Yeah, probably should have just gone there right after the brewery, after we realized we couldn't get into the brewery without waiting for a long time.
Yeah.
Because the Safeway was right across the street. We could have gone. Instead, we drove up and down that Lakeside Road there, whatever.
Yeah.
Top Lakeside Highway. And yeah, that was fruitless. And I was, quite honest, I was, after driving for a long time to go back and forth to the national park, and then driving the day before to get up to Pinetop, I was pretty sapped of energy and patience, and I was crashing out a bit. So I luckily didn't get too bad though, right? I didn't cause a scene. I didn't throw myself on the floor at the Safeway and start having a meltdown, which I kind of wanted to do.
Yeah.
No, we made do with what we had and found some good food to make, and that was good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Turned out really good. You made really good salads, Caesar salads.
Yeah.
That worked out good with our chicken nuggets and our mac and cheese, and then we bought some delicious desserts to go with it. That worked out really well.
Yeah.
And saved us probably a lot of money in the end from going out to those expensive restaurants.
Yeah, that brewery was pretty expensive that first night we went.
They were at the bottom of the Salt River Canyon. You want to stop and go down to the river? We can keep recording down there. Well, anything else you want to say?
I don't think so. Well, maybe we can go back like sometime of year where it's a bit warmer.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure that water is freezing down there.
Yeah. Well, there's people. Actually, Salt River Canyon is where a lot of people, especially people from Phoenix, they drop a raft or inner tube or something, and they float down the Salt River. I think further down, closer to Phoenix. It gets pretty wide, and a lot of snow melt coming off the White Mountains, and I'm sure the water's probably still kind of cold, but people do it in the spring, in like May. They float down for a while, and they just make a party out of it. So float down. I think your mom did that one time. She was telling me about it. And also, when I worked at Compass High School a long time ago, over 20 years ago now, this guy that worked there, and his friends all went down, and he forgot to put on sunscreen. And, the sun's hot here, especially in May. Well, he got totally just burnt to a crisp. And he came in that Monday after the weekend, after they went down the Salt River. And he was just like red, like a lobster.
Wow.
Yeah, probably really bad for your skin. All right, should we stop recording?
Yep.
Okay, that was pretty good. We can always add more to this later.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to record some of the Salt River flowing. Podcast. I should have just pulled off and gone down, but that's all right.
Yeah.
We'll just make sounds of the water. All right, here we go. Ready? That's what the Salt River kind of sounds like.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Podcast out.